Kody Brown is still being called out for his terrible parenting, which the public thinks has always existed, but his kids only noticed as they grew up. Kody Brown's parenting and bad behavior on Sister Wives have been under the spotlight for quite a while now. Since the COVID-19 pandemic, he's started showing some pretty selfish attitudes, which made his kids notice and get fed up with him. Fans of the reality show have picked up on this shift in the last few seasons, but most think he's always been like this. It's just that his kids started to see it as they grew up. Sister Wives is now in its 19th season, and things just keep getting messier for Kody Brown. The drama in their relationship is still heating up, but it seems like everyone is more interested in how Brown is as a dad. Some recent comments from two of the mothers of his kids have also caught people's attention online. The pandemic really seemed to shake up the entire family dynamic, but as viewers follow their story, it's becoming clear that he hasn't changed much at all. In fact, Brown has always been a less than ideal father, and it feels like all of that is finally coming to light now that his kids are grown. It seems like maturity is something he just doesn't know how to handle. How does Kody Brown behave toward his children? For fans of Sister Wives, it's no secret that Kody Brown hasn't been the most present or attentive father to his kids with his current or ex-wives. The dynamics have been pretty unhealthy, especially considering how things used to be a little more positive in the past. It seems that the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 really shook Brown up and even pushed him into a monogamous relationship with Robin Brown after Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown decided to leave. However, it's his behavior towards his children that has started to draw more attention lately. In the past, he made an effort to be present in his children's lives, but that seems to have faded over time. As some of his kids grew up, this became a real test for him. While managing 18 children is undoubtedly challenging, he doesn't seem to care whether he's being a good or bad father. More often than not, he appears to play them against each other instead of fostering a supportive environment. On top of that, Brown has a really strange way of interacting with his kids. He often comes off as two-faced, trying to be one type of father to some children and a different kind to others. The older ones seem to have picked up on this and have formed strong bonds with each other, clearly fed up with their dad's behavior. Meanwhile, Brown seems aware of this and often plays the victim instead of taking responsibility for his actions. In short, the reality TV star appears to view things from a completely unrealistic perspective, or he's fully aware of his actions and just chooses to continue down this path. He treats fatherhood like it's an obligation and comes off as both selective and selfish. Kody Brown's relationship with his children may not have been caused by Sister Wives. The truth is, it seems like Brown never really wanted to be a father or felt happy about it. It appears to be more of a role he felt he had to fill, almost like a requirement for him to evolve and move forward in life. This perspective might become even clearer when considering popular opinion on the matter. For quite some time now, the public has been recognizing Brown's negative behavior, pointing out that despite the more positive vibes in the earlier seasons of the reality show, this has always been part of his personality. It wasn't a sudden change. Rather, it has become more apparent as his children have matured and gained a better understanding of their father. On social media, there's been quite a bit of debate about this, with many people highlighting how his ex-wives are no longer willing to put up with his behavior. It's worth mentioning that two of his ex-wives recently did an interview with Radio Andy, where Janelle pointed out that Brown doesn't seem to have a grasp on reality. He's charismatic. I do think he is selfish, and I do think oblivious is probably good. Like, he seems to be sort of like, I don't know, the reality is bewildering to him. Christine too described him as deadbeat dad and oblivious. Seems like they aren't that unaware of his shortcomings either.